how to fix peeling clear coat. I know everybody's coming on YouTube and other videos looking for that that magic fix, magic wand, and you've seen umpteen different ways. And I've even got complaints about the last video I did on it. It was painting a whole car instead of fixing the clear. Well, the clear was peeling off and it was over the entire car, but in this case, you just have a bumper. So maybe that will be more comprehensible. But let's get down to the details of it. You've got peeling clear. There's one technique where we take a razor blade and carefully peel it off. Now, I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick this up, but there's an abrupt line there. So if you shoot clear back over this, especially if it's spray can clear that's not catalyzed, and even if it is catalyzed, if you shoot clear over this, it's going to have that line show back up because you can feel it with your finger. So the only fix is to sand back the old clear. Now, I've got an old hood over here we'll test it on, but there's another technique out there that you can spray WD-40 over it. Well, you know, if WD-40 was so great, why don't they just cover cars with it from the factory? You know, it's not going to work because the first time you wash your car, first good rain, WD-40's gone. So, like I said, you can, I mean, the razor blade, you know, technique here is maybe it's not so bad if you just want to get rid of the flaking clear to get ready to sand it. I mean, but with a razor blade, what you're going to end up having is you're going to be putting scratches in the surface that will show back up as well, and that's why you use sandpaper and fine grits. So let's go look at the WD-40 on a hood. Okay, this is an old piece of crap hood that's from a collision repair, so we don't care with it because I'm not going to shoot WD-40 on something I'm actually going to paint, because oil is oil. So if you know anything about painting, paint's not going to stick to oil. So here I got WD-40. I'm going to spray on the hood. As you can see, it's a little shiny where the clear baked off. Looks great, but yet you can still see where the clear is peeled. So WD-40 is not going to be your fix. That's actually the dumbest one I've ever heard of. But anyways, I just wanted to show that. Now there's another one, I don't have any, that is a high polymer polish wax type compound. I forgot the name of it right off the top of my head. There's two or three of them out there. There's one that I've seen on TV that claims it's clear in a wipe. Well, you got to understand, if somebody's trying to tell you that you have clear coat in a wipe, that you can wipe it on, they're lying. Clear is polyurethane, or today it is. Used to it was clear lacquers, and used to be clear enamels, but today it's polyurethane and it's catalyzed. It's got hardener, which means that it is activated and becomes a solid, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. It won't deteriorate, at least not anytime soon. If you use just plain old spray can clear, or you use any kind of clear that's not got a hardener and activator in it, it will deteriorate really fast. So I mean, like let's say if I shot spray can clear on this hood, it's not activated, because they do make now activated spray can clears, but it would probably look good for a week or two, and of course it's not going to hide that mess, because you have to repair these white spots and stuff. That has to be gotten rid of, and you can razor blade it if you wanted to sit there and razor blade all that, but you're going to end up scratching the car more than you're going to fix it. So the only solution to fixing peeling clear coat is to sand it. Let's see if I can find a wax, and we'll put some wax over it, but you're still going to see these sharp edges, so give me a second. Alright, I have some turtle wax. We can see this spot right here. I'm just going to pour that baby right on it. It on thick, kind of substitute a high polymer. Now we're going to rub that puppy in. As you can see, not much I'm rubbing. There's wax in it. You can still see the peeling clear coat. Now granted, this is not a super high polymer wax. I mean, there are some out there that are great for filling buffing swirls and scuff marks on the paint, but it is not clear. As a matter of fact, it'll even state on there that it's not a urethane clear. The marketing says it's a clear wipe. So you can see that all these little fixes and all these videos out there about how to fix clear coat, you know, are either quick fixes that'll wash right off, or like WD-40, one good rain, it's gone. And besides, it's been sitting on there for now 5 minutes, and it's got a sheen to it, but you can still see the clear coat peeling. And all it's going to do, actually, that oil will help lift off the rest of the clear. It'll get in there underneath it and break it off. So, you know, you're just defeating the purpose. And I guess I could try to polish that up, but you can see that it's not going to fix that peeling clear. As a matter of fact, it's going to leave a white residue around the edges. So now we'll sand some of this clear and show you. We're going to have to feather this down. Okay, I've cut through some of the color, which I didn't want to do, but plus this clear is in really bad shape. It's ready just to sand off all the way. So this may not be the best example, but some of these are feathered out, and I've got to do some spots in on the car over there, so I'll be using a little bit of clear. So when I get done with that one, I'll come back and I'll shoot some clear over this to show you how it will feather in better than if you just cut it straight. Like, I'll compare the clear here to these sharp edges. This is what you'd get if you did a razor blade. It'd just be a abrupt edge. Here's where I've sanded and feathered, so we'll shoot clear over this. Now these spots are going to be here because I went through the color. Okay, let's take a look. Now obviously you can still see all this color change. And you're going to see this. That's one reason why. Now if this had been sanded with like 400 or finer grit, it would probably not be so, it wouldn't show up as predominant as it is. But this is one reason why, if you got a lot of clear that you can't really sand off, it's going to be better to get a matched color and spray over it. That way it'll hide the edge of that even though that edge is feathered down, it'll hide the edge of that clear, because the clear is changing colors as you sand it. Now here, let's get in this lighting, if I can hit that light. You can see the abrupt edges. So the razor blade idea is like the ultimate stupid idea. Sanding is the only way to get rid of those, to make it smooth out. And you can see now the question, if you shoot clear inside of the parts that the spots that the clear is gone, will it make it shiny? Yes. It's going to stick out like a sore thumb? Yes. In conclusion, there is no way to fix clear coat unless you sand the clear down and really shoot the color back over the areas, or over the whole hood, or whatever spot you're working, and then re-clear it. Now this clear is just a jamming clear. It's like a 1K clear. It doesn't require a hardener in it, but it's still going to give you the same idea. But anyways, that's the conclusion. No magic wand, no magic fix. There is no way to fix clear coat without sanding it, then putting a color back over it, and then putting clear on it. Like I said, if you can get lucky and feather edge that old clear back without it discoloring, if it does look like it's blending in when you sand it, and you don't cut through the old color, you can try it, but I still wouldn't recommend it because it has changed colors, because without the clear, it's not protected, and it will fade and burn off in the sun. Now back to the Volkswagen. I want to step you through what the process should look like. Okay, what I've done, and what you should always do, I hit a few of the flakes and stuff with sander, but I'll have to hand sand inside of here so I don't cut through. It's real bad, but you want to sand, I used a DA sander with 400 grit. You want to sand as much clear back as you can around the flaky part, that way you get back to good bonded clear. I mean, I guess the perfect idea would be to strip the bumper, but you're not going to find any shops that's going to do that, or get a new bumper. This is pretty much the method, but it didn't feather back real good here in the curve, so I'm going to have to hand sand that. Okay, now the bumper's been painted. And if you, it's going to be hard to see at the camera. I can bob around and I can ever slightly see in spots where I had to sand down that peeling clear coat. Because I had to ask the question, should I primer? Well, yeah, you probably should, and fill it to level it out, but you can sand down just like I did. But that's how you fix peeling clear coat. Sand it back. You can prime it or not, as long as you sand it down really well, layer it out pretty good, feather it back, and then put your base coat color back on and re-clear it. You can, like I said, however, just shoot clear if you don't cut through the spots, but it will show up. It won't look exactly right, so this is your best option.